Hey everybody out there, how you doing? This is Gary Bledsoe. If you can hear me okay, please either in the chat box or in the Facebook page, the group page, the event page, tell me if you can hear me okay. I know it's somewhat of a delay, but just let me know if you can hear us okay out there, so that way we can get ahead and get it started. All right, I'm going to kind of wait a little bit to see if people can hear us okay. If you can, let us know. If not, let us know. Can you hear us now? What about now? I saw Sophia. She said she couldn't hear right now. Just give me some time. Just stand by. It's gonna start soon. Go on the event page and see if you can get people to hear us. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me okay out there. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started, but let me know if you can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me okay out there? Let me know if you can hear me okay. If you can, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and try to mute myself out so it doesn't be it's an echo. Let me know if it's an echo. Let me know if you hear an echo or you hear anything. Hear me. Sorry about that. I had to repeat. I had to mute my speakers off. Just to let you guys know, thank you so much for showing up. I don't know how many people on the line. We can't really tell that right now, but thank you for showing up for this webinar that we wanted to put together. A lot of you probably already saw this webinar. You probably saw the PowerPoint that we're going to use for this webinar. I made it about a year ago, but I wanted to make sure I do it again. And the reason why Lynette and I wanted to bring this to you is because we've recently done a few conference calls, a few one-on-one calls or whatever with corporate, Avon corporate, and with some of the division managers, the district managers. And one of the things they kept asking us throughout those calls is how come our online conversion rate is so high? How come it's and one of the main reasons I always tell people that your online and your offline conversion rate can be super high, but the thing that has to be a constant is you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. I believe that if a person out there does not believe that they can sell something or they can talk about something or they can share something, they will not do it. So that's the reason why I put this together. I wanted you guys to understand that tonight's theme is 100% on believing in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe, we've seen people that have been in Avon, and I'm just going to say this one last thing that have been in Avon before I turn it over to Lynette to do the first part. But we've seen people in Avon who's been in Avon for years. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20, 25, 16, 17, 11, 12, and you're at the same income level. You're at the same title. We're all at the same ways that you were 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I mean, just think about a year ago, you're at the same level. See, Lynette and I have been in network marketing, and we've been around people that have increased their incomes 20,000 and within a year's time, 30,000 within a year's time, and advanced to twice. They didn't just advance to the next level. They went to 2 levels ahead within a year's time. And we look at the accomplishments that we have done within the last 6 years, little over 6 years we've been in Avon, and all accomplishments that Lynette and I have accumulated. And just imagine what will happen 6 years from now if we continue to stay the course. But think about you right now. I want you to just think, because this is all about you. That's why you is capitalized. Think about you. If you don't do the things that you need to do now and start and taking a massive action, believing in yourself and working on your skill set and things like that, imagine what's going to happen to you 6 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 year from now, 3 years from now. Are you going to still be making the same income? Are you going to still be stuck as a unit leader? Are you going to be still stuck as a unit leader plus, AUL? See, the only place that you should park yourself when you get into Avon is National Senior Executive Unit Leader. That's the only time you should Park yourself. But then when you get to National Senior Executive Unit Leader, you need to not park yourself there at all. You need to try to get to the next income level. If you're making $100,000 as a National Senior Executive Unit Leader, you need to go to 200 by the next year. Then you need to go to 300. Then you need to go. That's why there's no millionaires in Avon, no millionaire per year income earners. I'm not talking about producers. Now, anybody can work in a company and make $20,000 per year, but have $1 million in sales. Anybody can do that. Have $20,000 coming as a yearly income, but make $1 million in sales. A lot of you guys do that on your job. You make $1 million in sales for your boss, and you only making $20-something thousand, $30-something thousand. So I'm not talking about a producer. I'm talking about an income earner. To have $1 million, 80 something. I think it's $83,000 coming into your household net, N-E-T, every single month. See, the reason why that's happening is because no one is stretching the vision. No one is stretching the power of truly believing in yourself. And that's what Lynette and I want to do. We want to show you that you have to learn how to marry high tech, which is social media, videos, online videos, or whatever advertising platform online, with high touch. High touch is offline. When you're face to face, kneecap to kneecap, belly to belly with someone, you need to marry both of them. And that's one of the reasons why everybody asks us, how is our conversion rate so high? It's because we've learned to embrace both of them. We've learned to use social media as our lake. And we're on a boat and we're fishing. And we learned how to throw those posts out there, which is those worms on a hook, to get those people off of social media, to get them to join us. See, there's a lot of reps out there, and Lynette's going to elaborate a little bit on this, that are telling you guys that they're recruiting online, that they're getting online signups. You know how I know that's a lie? You would see more postings of that on Facebook, because people do not like to keep that stuff quiet. They're going to say that they're doing it, but we are doing it. We're not, and if you do see them doing it, they're telling their friends that they met kneecap to kneecap offline, saying, hey, go sign up online, so so that they can look good. No, the people that Lynette and I find, we actually don't find them. They find us. They say, we always ask, how do you find us? I was Googling how I was interested in selling Avon. So I was Googling up how to sell Avon. And guess what? We have somebody in the chat row right now. I'm not going to mention the name, but she found us online because she was maybe Googling how to be successful, YouTube, how to sell Avon. That's what I'm talking about. That's online presence. That's an online presence. Online presence is not posting 1,001 pictures on Facebook and Google Plus and all. That's not an online presence. An online presence is something that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and with someone who does not know you from Adam. They don't know you. Find you. That's what we are trying to talk to you about. We want to talk to you about, you got to, first of all, in order to do that, I have had hundreds of people, and a lot of you guys on this call, a lot of you ladies on this call know our training process, have had hundreds of people, hundreds literally, buy our products. And I say maybe anywhere from 3 to 6% have actually used it. Have actually used them. I didn't get to the videos yet. And I sit there and I go, well, why were you wasting your time? Why were you, because you want to stay a unit leader? Because you want to stay a unit leader plus? Is that why you're wasting your time? Stop wasting your time. Time is something you can't get back. So why would you want to waste it? Why would you want to waste it? Utilize it. And Lynette and I have we Social Profit Academy, one of the most highly paid of trainers that I have paid for, showing you how to do advertising on Facebook like a pro. I'm still going through it. And I don't mind, because I'm constantly grabbing this, learning that. She's grabbing this and learning that. Because guess what? 6 years from now, we don't want to be EULs. We want to be national seniors by then. And then when we get to that point of national seniors, we don't want to park at $200,000 a year, $400,000 a year. We want to park when we can't make any more money because Avon is saying you at a price cap. We can't pay you no more. So if Avon doesn't say that we're there at a price cap, then they're not going to keep trying to make more money every year, more and more. And that's what you need to do. What are you doing throughout your life? Think about your daily plans. What are you doing throughout your life on a daily basis that's going to make you $1 million a year? See, there's two types of activity, and I want you all to write this down. Two types of activities. There's the activity of, there's two types of this one type of activity I'm talking about. And it's called income producing activity. IPA. Write that down. Income producing activity. Are you doing income producing activity every day? And what type of income producing activity are you going to do? Are you going to do the A type of income producing activity, which is posting to try to get on Facebook to try to get people to join you, or maybe making a video, a training video, or a real quick 2-minute, 3-minute tip, a quick marketing tips video, and trying to attract someone to join you with your link and your call to action in your video or on your page? Are you doing income producing activity? Are you literally calling up, following up with a lead and inviting them to your website and inviting them to, take a look at more information? That's A, income producing activity, type A. Then there's B type B, income producing activity. Those are the kind where you're going on downline managing, you're looking and seeing if everything is in place and everybody's placing orders and you're calling your teammates to see if they need any help with their orders. That's B type of producing activity. Are you doing those every single day? Type A and type B, income producing activities, IPA. I can guarantee that I'll say maybe about 80% of Avon reps throughout the country are not even they're doing C type of income producing activities, which is not doing anything. Every single day, then they wonder why a year go by and they haven't advanced yet. See, Lynette and I can easily go back to becoming seniors right away if we wanted to. But the thing is, we are looking for hungry people on our team. We want people on our team who want it, because once they want it, then guess what's going to happen? They're going to get it. We're going to advance, and we'll never go back down again. See, if you want to stop losing your title, stop helping people who don't want to be helped. Help those who want to be helped because they want it for their family. See, our upline, we love her to death. But if she quit right now, we would not care. We would still love her, but we wouldn't care if she quit or not, because what she does not affect our income. It's what we do that affects our income. And as long as you start understanding that the scenario, the catalyst, the thing that makes that fire burn is you. Y-O-U. It is not your upline. It is not your division manager, your district manager. It's not Eddie. It's not none of them. They are not in control of your income. You are. And the way that you control it is by going out there and starting to believe in yourself and taking some massive action and making it happen. That's how you're going to go. So now I'm going to turn it over to Lynette, and I want to thank you guys so much. I'm going to turn it over to Lynette. We're going to share our screen, and we're going to get right into the PowerPoint. And I really wish you guys stay all the way to the end. And, unless there's a fire or a meteor just struck your home, or outside your home, and there are aliens oozing out the media, you need to stay on this line, because you're talking to two people that within 6 years time we had got to the highest level, co-authoring it, but we're going to get into all that, what we've done in those times. And imagine what's going to happen in another 6 years. It's not going to be where we're going to have the same income. It's not going to be where we have the same title. Think about you and your 6-year cycles. There are people that's on this call that may have 17, 20 years, 18 years, 12 years. And you guys are still at the same income level and at the same title. Won't you smack yourself and wake up and get a checkup from the neck up? Stop it. Stop playing with this opportunity. This is a $15 investment that you can turn into $1 million income producing per year income. Why are you playing with it? Why are you playing with it? So let's get started. Just give me a second, guys.
All right, everyone, I want to welcome all of you and thank you. And I hope that inspired you. And we don't talk from stuff we don't know. So we definitely want to share everything that we know with you guys to help everyone. Because when we succeed, and I know a lot of you who are on this webinar are on our team, when you guys succeed, we succeed. So we want that to spread throughout the entire Avon community. So we don't mind sharing. And a lot of people ask us, why do we share so much? We don't mind sharing at all. So with that, let's get the webinar started. So just from the beginning, if this is your first time joining us, or maybe you've never gotten or heard our story, we got started with network marketing by accident. Well, Gary first started in 1997. I started in 1999. Mine was total accident. He can maybe later or explain a little bit how he got started, but he got started when someone by mistake was just talking to someone else. He used to be a correction officer, and someone was talking to somebody else about the company that they were with, which was not Avon. It was a different company. And Gary just overheard them and wanted to know more information about that. So we're not going to go much into that. But then I met Gary. If you're from New York City or ever heard the song, we met at the Copacabana. And the first date that we ever went on, he took me to an opportunity meeting. He didn't tell me it was an opportunity meeting. He just said, would you like to come to my office? I work 9 to 5. I was like, okay, fine. He picked me up at work. And the next thing you know, I'm in an opportunity meeting. Not very happy because I was super tired from working all day. So I wasn't happy to be at an opportunity meeting. I didn't do that at first. I didn't do anything at first, but I took part of the services because at that point I was a single mother with a son. So I didn't mind the service. The service was a life insurance service. So I didn't mind taking part of the service so that I had myself and my family taken care of if something, God forbid, were to happen. We didn't do much in that company, but what we really did do in that company, and we always said this for a long time, is we became awesome students, learning everything that we could from the leaders in those companies. In that company, we went to conventions, driving all the way from New York City to Atlanta. We bought everything. Back then they had cassette tape training. We bought cassette tape, VHS tape training. We went on conference calls. Back then they didn't have webinars, so we didn't do a webinar, but we did everything. We went to meetings twice a week. If you're from New York City, we had to drive all the way from Long Island to the Bronx to Manhattan. Then do the same thing on the way back and get home at 10 o'clock at night with my son, my oldest at the time. So we did a lot. We made a lot of sacrifices in that company. And we, like I said, we learned everything we could. Personal development, communication, that's how, thinking positive, that's exactly, we did a lot of things to develop ourselves and our skill set. I think that's why at this point we've learned a lot and are confident at this point that we can teach our team and communicate with everyone. Even if you're not on our team, a lot of you guys are like, wow, how do you guys do it? This is 17 years in the making, so this didn't happen overnight. So guys, just keep determined and stay focused. Another thing that we learned all we could how to advertise, market ourselves online and offline. So in the beginning, there was no online when we first started back in, I guess when I joined Gary in 1999. There was nothing online. What we did back then is we did face-to-face marketing. We used to get index cards. We used to prospect. I remember one time we prospected in Manhattan Mall and got kicked out for prospecting there. So everybody thinks we only do online. No, we mainly, at this point, mainly online is what the results we get. But in the beginning, we did tables, setting up tables and doing online is something that we developed and what worked for us at this time.
Just to add in, what Lynette is saying is so true. We did very much offline because back then, as you know, the technology is growing very at a rapid pace. But back then, it wasn't a lot of technology when we got started. I remember she's talking about we got kicked out of a mall. We got kicked out of a Black Expo one time. They had a Black Expo for all, African Americans who out there marketing a business. We wasn't marketing a business. We didn't have a booth. We went in there with a clipboard, a sheet of paper, and we were trying to get as many names as we could, and we were walking out of there with hundreds of names, but eventually we got kicked out. So we learned exactly how it is to prospect and how to get out there. But now with technology, with online tactics and strategies, there's a way that you can do something called attraction marketing. And attraction marketing means that basically this is what attraction marketing means. If I'm a hunter and I want to go hunt for deer, I want the deer to come knock at my door and say, hey, don't go in the woods. Don't put face paint on. Don't get your shotgun. I want you to eat me for dinner tonight. I'm going to come to you. That's attraction marketing. We want people to find us, and that's why we're sharing our story in this way.
So in the beginning, I started Avon in 2008. And as you see there, Gary joined me in October 6, 2011. And if you've been with Avon for a while, in the beginning, when I first started Avon, because we knew how important the leadership side was to our business, when I first joined Avon, After the first campaign, we made unit leader. After 6 months, we made AUL, and I stayed stagnant at AUL. I was working a full-time job, had 3 kids, and it was too much. Gary hated the boxes coming into the house, so he was the official babysitter to watch the kids whenever I went to meetings and things like that. But I just stayed stagnant. I guess sometimes, and this webinar is actually powerful because I don't think back then I saw myself being a senior. So that's probably one of the reasons why I stayed in AUL so long. I think I stayed there for 2 years. And then we made the decision in 2011 to move from New York City to Texas for better weather, much cheaper cost of living. That's why we made the decision to move here. We moved here in July of 2011. And it was to the point where it was either probably quit the Avon business or bump it up a little. So that's where you see Gary joined me in October 6, 2011. We merged together, and I guess 2 minds that in one goal are faster, because that's what helped us. If you see there, helped us get from AUL to senior in just 4 months. I guess when you don't really take a look at what you have, you don't see what you can get. We were in AUL, and we were producing senior executive leader numbers, which was dumb. So I don't know why I stayed advanced unit leader so long. We just had to help our leaders, I guess, put into place where they needed to be to help us get to senior too.
And to add to that, like Lynette said, it's no reason for you to be a unit leader but producing senior executive unit leader numbers. And what I mean by that is what, 35,000 and team sales to be able to become a senior. And there's unit leaders that I've seen have $72,000 in team sales, 40-something thousand dollars in team sales. There is no way that you should be staying a unit leader. And the reason why is because you have not believed yet strong enough that you can hit senior by going out there and talking to a few people. And Lynette's going to touch base on that portion of this webinar about the power of accent. You guys can't get, there is no way. See, when we were producing those numbers, I told Lynette, no, there's no reason why we should not be at that title if we're producing those numbers. For example, we're executives, and if we're out there producing 150,000 in team sales every campaign, why shouldn't we be nationals? That's because we wasn't opening our mouth big enough. We need to open our mouth big enough, all of us. So back to Lynette.
Back in 2000, and it's been 3 years now. I think it was 2012. We decided, because when we were in the other companies, we wanted to do what they were doing. So when we were in the other companies, every Sunday night, our former upline in that company, he used to hold a conference call just to keep everyone motivated for the week. And when we started those national conference calls, we saw that there was none throughout the country. So we opened it up, and we had that call going for about 3 years. And I think we used to have, on average, over 200 reps on that conference call. That's why we do these calls every so often. Unfortunately, even though we can't keep up with weekly calls, but we can try to provide information every so often when we get a free chance. So that's why we started these every so often webinars. And if you have never heard of the book of View from the Top, if you're on the chat, you see Angelique AG. I know she has books. She's a co-author with us, but we're co-authors in A View from the Top. Avon's elite leaders share their stories and strategies to success. And we have Tawana. I know Tawana Laus. There's 2 volumes so far. Volume 3 is coming up soon. But if you're on the chat, you have Angelique, who still has books. We have none, unfortunately, sorry. But we have Tawana Lyles, she's on the chat, and Angelique, I know Angelique AG, she has books as well. So, or you can take a look at the cover and touch base with any of those leaders. They definitely, I'm sure somebody has books, but we don't, unfortunately. And I think this started a year ago when we came up with the idea, because we've had so many questions from so many representatives, managers, division managers, Avon. We created what you see there. It was a DVD back then called Creating an Online Presence for Beginners, but the best thing that we did is we made it digital. So the minute anyone gets their copy at this point, it gets downloaded onto your computer. So you don't have to wait for that anymore. And then because that one became so popular, and because of, I guess, all the growth that everyone sees on our team, that from what we share online, we created another training called Long Distance Recruiting and Team Building. And that one is not really long distance focused. It's basically if you want to just figure out how to speak to people, and no matter where they're at. So it's just recruiting and team building. We created that one, and other training products that you all you have to do, if you're on the chat, you can hit get training products, and there's much more. As we see things that as we see trainings, I guess, that we see out there, you can that's the website, Wealth Creation Academy. As we see trainings that have helped our team, our business, that we've learned from other trainings that we've taken, which cost over hundreds of dollars, because a lot of the training that we take are just generic network marketing training and online training. So some of the things that we learn, they can't relate to Avon. So what we try to do is figure out what we've learned and just try to use it so that it works for Avon. And we just test it and test it and test it until we can perfect it to share with all of you. So that's usually the stuff that we do. And we've spoken at we've spoken at large audiences for Avon. We've done videos for Avon. We've done webinars for Avon. We've put events, leadership events together. And some of you who are on the webinar now, you've come to ours. We've put local leadership events together throughout the United States, but more so here in San Antonio, Texas.
And be on the lookout in January. We're looking to do something again. Of course, it's going to be in Texas. So just look for that. We're going to be doing another large leadership school. So if you want, start saving your money now to get your accommodations. We don't have any dates set out yet, but it's going to be somewhere around January. Usually when Avon is slow, that's when we like to do that, to keep Avon reps motivated, keep them inspired. This is something that we're putting on ourselves. It's not Avon corporate. It's not, Avon has nothing to do with it. It's with us, because we want to help other leaders be able to become successful.
And it looks like it, according to what we're trying to gather, it's probably going to be at a hotel. So we'll try to get a discounted rate for those of you who are coming from out of town, because we have many people come from out of town before for the last one. So we're definitely trying to get a bigger space for that.
Great. That was great information. You know a little bit about our story, some reason why you're listening to us, and we do appreciate your support. But I want to talk to you the importance of having a proper mindset, positive personal development, and strong belief. See, I believe that these are the core elements, the core personalities, core characteristics that any successful business person has to have. If you don't have that, it doesn't matter what business you have, what type of product you have. It doesn't matter any of that. You will not be successful. So I want to get into what proper mindset is. This is what proper mindset is. Proper mindset, basically, the number one proper mindset you should always have is always be prepared. ABP, always be prepared. Always be prepared. And let me give you an example of what I mean. How many of you are driving around without a kit? If you're a leadership rep, are driving around without a kit in your car right now? If you are, you need to smack yourself, because that is not being prepared. How many of you are driving around without the latest brochure in your car? And right now, if you're not, you need to smack yourself. Why? Because you're not prepared. That means your mindset is not into builder mode. Your mindset has to be in builder mode, business building mode. That's what it has to be in. Business building mode. Lynette and I are always in business building mode. We are always prepared. We always either have a business card or some kind of way where we can get in touch with a prospect, either face to face or online. There's always a way to find us. I know when we first changed over the Facebook group, Motivation and Inspiration, I was scanning to make sure I checked that only Avon reps were in there, in which they had to have their website displayed on their personal page, or they had to give me their website so I can know that they're an Avon rep, to avoid any spammers. Do you know how many Avon reps that request to get into those groups and have no way of contacting them as far as how to go to their website? There's 1.4 billion people on Facebook. Why is your website not shown on your about section? Why is it not shown? Because you try to, I'm hiding my business. Is that what the thing is? I don't want my business there. That's not being prepared. That is not being prepared. I want some of those 1.4 billion people to make an accident and click my Avon website so they can join us. even if they do it by accident. I want them to do that. So our website is there. We're always prepared. I want to always have a business card on me. Why? Because if I run into somebody that asks me, hey, what do you do for a living? Great conversation starter. Well, how about this? I like to give you some information. Can I give you my business card? And by the way, once you see the information, can you give me your name and number, and I'll contact you and I'll follow up with you and tell you exactly what I do in detail. In whatever way you say it. See, a lot of people say you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, the wrong thing to the right person. It's so true. You can't. You don't know what that person is waiting for. So you got to always be prepared. Always be prepared. See, you got to maintain a mindset of being prospect conscious. What do I mean by prospect conscious? Right now, if you decide that you want to lose weight and you grab that big piece of chocolate cake and put it right in front of you, or that cheesecake and put it right in front of you, right at that moment, something inside you is going to say, this is not healthy for me. So guess what that means? Guess what that mindset is? Health conscious. That means you're health conscious. You're thinking about being healthy. So you're in a conscious state of being healthy. So because you think you shouldn't eat that, but you really want to eat that, you should replace it with a salad, right? So what about being prospect conscious? That means that every time you're around someone, you realize that person is a potential prospect. See, a lot of people are not like that. You know, I look at a lot of people that on our team and on outside of our team, teammates that have been on our team for the longest and still haven't moved up, things like that. And other people in Avon that haven't moved up. And I say, how could you not move up in Avon? How could you not grow in Avon? How could you not be recruiting in Avon? How could you not be selling in Avon? I can't understand that, because all you got to do is open your daggone mouth. And you can see I'm being a little bit direct here, guys. I want you guys to open your mouth and start believing in yourself. Have that proper mindset of being prospect conscious. Every time you open your door to step outside, there is somebody out there that may want to join your business. But they'll never know if you don't open your daggone mouth. You have to open your mouth and find out what they want so that you can meet that need. You have to be prospect conscious. Also, allow delayed gratification to be your best friend and your business partner. Delayed gratification is your best friend and your business partner. Say that with me right now. Delayed gratification is my best friend and my business partner. Why? Because it's not an instant game. There is no red pill. There is no blue pill. There is no magic wand. There is none of that going on in Avon. It's hard work. It's consistent work. It's persistence. It's believing in yourself and staying focused and moving forward every chance you get. That's what it is. And eventually success will come and meet you where you give them. If you put in crappy work, you're going to get crappy results. If you put in hard, good, strong work and positive work, you're going to get positive, hard, strong results. That's the secret. See, you have to learn how to be activities driven and not results oriented. Everybody out there, I say maybe 95% of people that are listening to my voice right now on this webinar are results oriented. And let me tell you what I mean. They'll say, Gary, Lynette, I bought your training products and I did what you said and I tried it for a little while, but it's not working. You know what our response is? Try it a little bit while longer. And then when they come to us again, try it a little while longer. See, I have 3 things that I tell everyone, anyone that's in using the marketing system, Power Lead system that I introduced to a lot of Avon reps, anyone that's using their website, they want to create an online presence, they're deciding to make YouTube videos, maybe Facebook videos. Guess what I always tell them? I tell them I want you to do the 3 Ps. 3 Ps. What is the 3 Ps? I want you to promote, I want you to promote, and I want you to promote. Can you do that for me? Promote, promote, and promote. And that's where a lot of people drop the ball. They forget about the P's. They forget about the P's. They do the P's when it's comfortable. They do the P's when they're in a good mood. Lynette and I promote when we're broke. We promote when we don't have any money. We promote when we have money. We promote when we're sad. We promote when we're angry. We promote when we're happy. We promote when we're joyful. When we promote no matter what. Because we understand the promotion is going to give us exactly what we need. It's going to give us the results we need. So that's being activity driven by always focusing on promoting. You know how many times I've seen people post stuff and they never have a link to or a call to action. They make videos and they don't tell anybody at the end of the video, hey, you want more information, please visit me. If you're interested in selling Avon products, please go to my website. You have to always be activities driven. That's the only way you're going to make it. You got to be activities driven. So these are the proper mindsets. Always be prepared. Be prospect conscious. Use delayed gratification. Be activity driven and not results oriented. And I guarantee you will have the proper business building mindset. What's positive personal development? Let's take a look at what that is. That's being positive. See, being positive helps you to live longer. I want to live longer so I can make as much money on this earth as I can. Because stress, it reduces stress, because stress is a silent killer. You know, my wife and I were watching Dune, the movie Dune, the other night. And I didn't realize, I watched it so many years ago, and I didn't realize it's a positive development movie. I mean, the guy kept saying, the one, the chosen one, even Moabdib, whatever his name is, he kept saying, every time he was being faced with a different test, he kept saying, fear is the mind killer. Fear is the mind. He kept talking to himself. He kept using affirmations after affirmations, said that it's a mind killer, that it's a mind killer. Fear is a mind killer. He understood that he had to remain positive in order for him to learn how to defeat what he had to defeat, to the point where he didn't have to use the thing that goes around his neck in order to shoot out the rays of force that he did. He was able to do it with his body because he kept talking to himself positively. He kept giving it. How are you talking to yourself on a daily basis? Are you saying I'm too fat? I'm too short? I'm too tall? I'm too dark, I'm too light, my hair is the wrong color? Is that what you're telling yourself every day? Or are you saying to yourself, I love myself, I'm pleased with where I am, I love the way I am? This is what's gonna do. This is, wait, Gary, you're not talking about brochures. You're not talking about how to sell Avon products. You're not talking about how to recruit. You don't master this first, you can forget that. You're not going to master that. If you don't master talking to yourself in the proper mindset, you are not going to master being able to talk somebody else into your business. So you better get that down first. See, it helps you to not sweat the small stuff. These are things that you can't control. Too many people are sweating the small stuff. I remember I had a couple of conversations with people in the past, recently in the past, and they're always thinking. They're always figuring out what they shouldn't do. I always say, do it. They would say, well, what if we can't do this? You know, one of the biggest issues that most people have that I cannot stand hearing about is about this online credit stuff. Stop worrying about that. They're going to get rid of online credit, period. Good. That way people will pay their bills on time and you'll get a bigger leadership check. Be happy. Be happy. They're going to get rid of it. So what? Well, why are you telling people in advance? You know, if you don't sign up online, if you sign up in person, why are you worrying about that? Get them on your team. Because that person alone is not going to make you $1 million. What that person does, if they go out and get more people, and what you continue to do will make you that $1 million. Stop sweating the small stuff. You can't control what corporate does, but you can't control your mouth. You can't control your conversation. You can't. People ask us, do you tell people about that they don't get credit online? Nope. Nope. Why should you tell them that? They don't know. Oh, well, they've been in Avon before. They know all about it. How they know the changes that happened if they were in Avon before? See, hear that? Before. How do they know the changes? You're here now. They were before. They don't know the changes. Why open your mouth and tell them? Why open your mouth and tell them? Yeah, but, you know, when they fill out the application, they worry about options and the optional part. Tell them to fill out everything. You want to make money? Fill out everything. Don't worry about the optional. Put everything. You want to make money, right? Just do what you got to do. You think somebody's going to give you $1 million per year income if you don't fill out all the information? No, they're not. Fill it out. Stop worrying about the small stuff and get these people on your team. Did you want to add to that? Stay focused and on course. Stop worrying about distractions. That's a distraction, worrying about the credit online.
And it's actually, what I was going to add was, it's a misconception too, that a lot of reps are saying, well, I don't know if I want to focus online, because people, you know, if they sign up online, all across the board, that's wrong. If they fill out the online application fully and properly with the right information, they may or may not get credit. But as a whole, in our company, you know, in Avon, soon, none of the new reps are going to get credit. So just teach your team the right ways and the right things that work for you, and they won't have any problems, because Avon is the only company that gives you products for free. So you don't want Avon to lose money, because eventually we all lose money.
And you're going to lose money too.
Go ahead.
And you're going to lose money. She's completely correct. See, you have to understand, Avon is a wholesale distribution company. Let me explain to you what I mean. They're not a manufacturing company unless they make their own products, and some of the products they do make. So they're partly a distribution and a manufacturing company. But what happens is they allow reps, certain reps at within a certain amount of credit, but they used to give it to everybody before, from what I understand. Well, just give it to them credit willy-nilly, depending on how much information face-to-face they sign up. And what happens is they allow you to take the product for free. Then you sell it at retail price. Avon sends you a bill for a wholesale cost, and the difference is your profit. See, Avon wants to stop doing that because there are people who've been getting credit and they've been buying stuff and keeping it for themselves, selling it at retail, but they're not paying Avon the wholesale bill. See, when you do other companies like SMC and all these other different companies that sell products in that same fashion, you have to collect the money up front before you place that order. Be thankful that you're in a company that allow you to do that and that they're trying to regulate that now. And I think it'll create disciplines amongst some people who are taking their Avon money, their Avon earnings, and spending it on nonsense instead of paying that wholesale cost and keeping the profit and spending that properly. So that's good. So stop worrying about those distractions. Stop worrying about, whether or not you create an online presence mean that you're creating a whole different website. Stop with the distractions. Stop worrying about whether it's a direct selling company or it's a network marketing company. Stop worrying about that. You see, let me give you a scenario. And I said this on a conference call this week. And I want to give you a scenario. Look at a stray dog in the street. I want you to think of a stray dog. That dog is completely hungry. He is so hungry to the point where he's probably going to attack you. He's that hungry. There's a garbage can, and it's reeking with some of the most disgusting smells, the foods that are thrown in there. And that dog knows that he can get in that garbage can and he can get that food, that nourishment, and kill that hunger. Do you think that dog is going to figure out whether or not he should go in through the top of the garbage can, through the bottom of the garbage can, through the side of the garbage can? Is he going to worry about whether or not there's a rat in that garbage can, there's a glass in that garbage can? He doesn't care. He's hungry. That's all he's thinking about. Satisfying his nourishment, satisfying his hunger, removing it. That's all he's thinking about. See, when you get a lead, when you get a prospect, you got to be just like that hungry dog. You got to not care about how they need to sign up, where they need to go to sign up at. You need to not care about that. All you need to care about is getting them on your team and then getting them to do exactly what you're doing by getting people on their team and selling the products. That's all you need to focus on. See, they asked her, Gary, Lynette on the call, the division manager, she said, I want to ask you guys. And she did it for training purpose. She knew what our answer was going to be. But she said, do you guys have a proper way of doing certain things? Do you say have a proper a tone or a language that you say when you post online? And we said, no, there's no proper way. We try everything. That's why so many people are not making it. They're not trying everything. Try everything. Everything works. Say that to yourself right now. Everything works. Everything works. Not what doesn't work is doing nothing. Say that. What doesn't work is doing nothing. Everything works. You got to learn that, understand that. It's not about, should I just get people online? Should I just do YouTube videos? Should I just do this? Should I just do blogs? But I don't know what to say in a blog. Just put something out there. You never know who might like your style. You might think that you write like a Dumbo, and they might think you're a genius. You don't know what the other person is thinking. You're not Professor X. You're not on the X-Men. Let's get that straight. You can't read minds, period. You just do everything and stop worrying about the distractions. If people are quitting, so what? If people are worrying about Avon selling leads and not giving you leads, so what? You have to learn how. See, the reason why y'all worrying about all that stuff is because you don't know how to produce leads yourself. That's why. Well, you worrying about the online stuff, about the credit. It's because you don't know how to attract people online. If you did, you wouldn't care. Think about your worst problem right now that you're having. Your worst problem. Now, just imagine that problem is in your head right now. You go to your downline manager and you get an alert for 5 new people join your team. Would you care about that problem? See, I made my point. Stop worrying about that stuff. Just get people on your team, period. That's it. You got to be 10 feet tall and bulletproof. What does that mean? 10 feet tall and bulletproof. That means nothing can hurt you. Nothing can, a no doesn't hurt you. A distraction doesn't bother you. Stress is not going to be in your life anymore. Stay positive. Be 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Go out there and get those no's to get those yeses. Don't worry about the credit. Don't worry about the leads. Don't worry about none of that stuff. Just get the job done. That's it. Just get it done. Stop looking back and trying to figure out, oh, am I doing it this? Am I doing it that? No, just get it done. Somebody asked me, Gary, when are you going to stop prospecting? When you guys are going to stop posting and trying to get people? We go, I don't know, because it ain't in my mind yet. I don't want to stop. Maybe when Avon tells me that they can't pay me anymore. How about that? When Avon tells me that I have a price cap, then I'll stop at that level. Until then, I'm going to keep going. And you should too. So right now, what are some ways to develop personal positive development? Let's look at that real quick. Now, this webinar is going to go a little bit long, so be on. If you got to get off, it's on you. But what else are you doing on a Sunday night that is going to make you money? What else is out there doing IPA, income producing activity? If that's something else that's more important, go do it. Go do it. Click the computer off right now. But if you want to stay on, I'm going to show you some ways to produce positive personal development. Practice optimism. In unpleasant situations, don't despair. Only focus on what you can learn from that situation and make you better. Learn from that situation. See, I love one of our leaders, Lisa Wilbur. I'm always going to reference her. She always does not she finds ways to go around things, through things, across things. She does not let any of that policy junk mess her up. And that's why her income is not going down. It's staying wherever it is and it's growing. Why? Because look at Vondell McKenzie. How many appointments did she have?
530.
Her team had 530 appointments in a campaign? One campaign. That means she had 530 people sign up. That's because they practice optimism. In unfair situations, they don't despair. They only focus on what they can learn to make their team and themselves better. Why don't you follow what they're doing? You want to be successful, you got to follow successful people. Stop following your broke friends and the broke Avon reps who keep telling you shouldn't do it this way. I don't listen to those Avon reps. I don't listen to those broke people. We listen to the ones that are successful. The ones that say, Gary, if you're going to put training together, why don't you monetize the training? Those are the ones I listen to. Those are the leaders that have told me what to do. Lisa Wilbert herself say, why don't you do? And she's right. We're helping you. We can save it for ourselves, but we are helping you guys and we are helping you grow. So why not be compensated for it? That's what we're trying to teach you. Go out there and focus on what you can learn. Focus on how you can get better. Stop listening to your broke, tacky friends who ain't gonna get nowhere. And they want you broke so that you can take the excuses away from them of why they shouldn't at least try. That's what you need to stop doing. Practice gratitude. Be thankful for everything you have right now and all the situations you have experienced. I'm not mad at the situations I've ever been in my life. I'm not mad at the broke times. I'm not mad at because they taught me something. They taught me how never to be broke again. They taught me how never to not want to always be hungry. Be happy and be thankful and fight for your financial freedom. I see so many people thanking people for Veterans Day that went over there and fought for us or have fought for our freedoms. But are you truly living free when you got to go to a job and work for a paycheck? You're not living free. You're not honoring those guys who died for you, those women who went and died for you so you can be free. You're not honoring them because this is the richest country in the world. And a lot of us are just squandering our riches. We're just letting them die. They're going right into the grave with you. Some people are died at 20 and they get buried around 60 to 80. Stop it. You have to learn how to be happy with what you have and all the situations you've experienced and fight to keep going on and get more. More ways. Practice avoiding negative thinking. When a negative thought arrives, what I want you to do is immediately change it to a positive thought. Oh, wait a minute. Avon is giving the National Senior Executive Unit leaders leads and we're not. So get that out your mind. Get it out your mind now. So what? Get to national, then you'll get leads. That's it. Problem solved. Get to national, you get the leads. Boom. How about that? Oh, wait a minute. Avon is not getting people credit if they sign up online. Are you signing up people in person to person, face to face? Sign up people online and face to face. Boom. Stop worrying about that. Keep going. Put positive thoughts in your head. See, Lynette and I don't worry about that stuff. We worry about what we can get. We worry about what we can do. Get those thoughts out of your head. Strong belief. What's that? Strong belief is basically this. It increases your expectations of achieving what you want. So your capacity to work harder increases. Why does this happen? Because you know you will be rewarded for your efforts. See, a lot of people don't believe that you can make it. They don't believe that you're destined to have this and destined to have that. That's why our team is called Team Destiny. We know that you're destined to have everything you want out of life if you're willing to work hard enough to get it. You have to increase that. And when you increase that, you'll believe. See, a lot of people that have bought my products and bought our training products, and the 90-something% that have not implemented, have not used it. You know why they haven't used it yet? Because they don't believe it'll work. They don't believe if they stay consistent and take massive action and work. And guess what I say to them? You're right, and you're right. See, whatever they believe, they're right all the time. Every person's perception of a thing is their reality. So how can I change their reality? If they believe it ain't gonna work, it ain't gonna work. See, I know it'll work. I know it's gonna work. Lynette knows that we're gonna be where we gotta be. We know we're gonna be income millionaire per year income earners. We know that. So we work like we want. See, I looked at Holton Buggs, one of the richest men in network marketing, one of the highest paying income earners in network marketing. And he posted a picture of his pool and his house. And he said, this was already in my mind. It didn't show up yet. It was already in my mind when I first got started in network marketing. When I first started my venture, it was in my mind. This view right here was in my mind. I just had to work hard so that the house could arrive later. That's what he said. I had that image in my mind. I just had to work harder so it can arrive later. Are you picturing what you want right now? Are you believing it? That's why you're not working hard enough. That's why you're not getting the results, because you don't believe it. Ask me anybody who stays a unit leader forever. Why are you not moving up? It's because you don't believe you can move up. Why are you staying in Unit Leader Plus? It's because you don't believe you can move up. Why are you staying in AULs? Because you don't believe you can move up. Why are you staying in EULs? Because you don't believe you can move up. Why are you staying at seniors? Because you don't believe you can move up. And why are you staying at the same income level if you're a national senior executive? It's because you don't believe that you can earn more. That's the main reason, period. See, we know, Lynette and I know right now, we see ourselves as millionaire earners, as national senior executive unit leaders. We just got to wait for the title to show up. But we working now as if we already have it. See, that's what you got to do. You got to work now as if you already have it, and it'll eventually show up. Your beliefs create a crusade. See, a crusade is hard to kill long after the crusader is gone. Think of Martin Luther King. The crusade is gone, but the crusade is hard to kill. Be a crusader for your financial freedom and for your team's financial freedom. Be a crusader for that. You got to begin to develop I will not be denied attitude. I will not be denied Avon paying us $1 million a year. I will not be denied that I'm going to be a national senior executive unit leader. I will not be denied that we will have over 10,000 people on our team, first, second, and third generation. I will not be denied. Should be your total focus and attitude. Every time you see me put a post and it's a positive on Facebook, I always say focused. I remember hearing The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, when he's working out, you look at him, he's massive now compared to the way he used to be. He's crazy massive, Diesel. He always says, focus. You got to focus. See, a light can become a laser beam depending on its focus. Will not be denied. Tell yourself, I will not be denied in what I want and what I plan on accomplish. Stop playing with Avon. Stop thinking it's about posting pretty pictures and looking great. No, it's about hard daggone work. And the ones that you see that are leaders that are doing it, they're doing it because they are working hard. They are working hard. When you see Milagros and Tawana Lyles and Angelique, when they posting those pictures and showing the fun they have, it's because they're working hard in the background. You don't understand. They're working hard. That's why they have the right to post those type of things. But if you're still a unit leader, you don't have the right yet. And I'm going to tell you that. You got to hustle so hard and you got to work so hard that they have no choice but to know who your name is. So many people want the limelight, but they're not ready to put in the work light. Are you ready to turn on your work light first? See, those people turned on their work light and they're still turning on their work light. They don't turn it off. That's why they're in the limelight, because they don't turn it off. They focus and they move and they take massive action and they stay consistent and they take it to the next level. And that's why they're getting the results they're getting. And they have just begun. They haven't scratched the surface yet, because they have a I will not be denied attitude. Do you have one? Ways to increase your strong belief. Explore what you already know about your business, and in your spare time, increase your knowledge by learning more. Increase your skill set. Oh, well, Gary, I can't buy. And there's a Black Friday special now going on for this month up until and Black Friday special up until Black Friday, until Cyber Monday. And you mean to tell me you can't make that investment? Anybody who tells me they can't make an investment, monetize investment, a money investment into something that can make them millions of dollars a year, I'll tell you right now, that person is done. They are not going to make it. They are not going to, because they are not willing in their spare time to increase their knowledge by learning more, not willing to increase their skill set by learning more. There are seniors who have purchased our products and they have implemented it and are getting results and are still willing to keep on doing it and keep on going. Why? Because they understand that they have to, and this, see what you do. I want you to write this down. What you do when no one else is looking or no one has to tell you will make you millions. What you do when no one else is looking or have to tell you to do it will make you millions. What are you doing when no one, are you learning? Are you reading? Are you listening to things? Are you staying positive? Everybody's talking about this 50 Shades of Grey movie that's coming out. I don't want 50 Shades of Grey. I want 5 million shades of green in my bank account. That's what I want. 5 million shades of green. Forget about this. I don't want that. Question your beliefs. Make sure they're genuine. Make sure they're genuine. Until your belief increases, borrow someone else's belief in you. Your upline, your district sales manager, whoever believes in you, whoever's there in your corner, borrow it. Borrow. Right now, Lynette and I are allowing you to take our belief in you. We'll give you some of our belief. We believe in you. Listen to me. I believe in you. Lynette believes in you. Now let's go do this. Borrow our belief until you believe it yourself. You got to learn how to turn, what are some people's shoulds? You got to turn these off. You got to turn the shoulds into muscles. I should hand out brochures. I should prospect people. I should recruit people. I should attend all events, conference calls, things of that nature. I should attend them. I should stay plugged into the system. I should learn all I can to succeed in business. See, you're shoulding all over yourself. You're shoulding all over yourself. This is what you got to do. I must hand out brochures. I must prospect people. I must recruit people. I must attend all events, conference calls, and things of that nature. I must stay plugged into the system. I must learn all I can to succeed in the current business that God has blessed me in. I must. I want to smell musty. Say, I want to smell musty because I must do everything. See, what happens to you when you don't do this, this is what happens. See, laziness will kick in, and your willingness to do what you must do will eventually die. Procrastination, it creates procrastination, which is the silent killer of your goals and dreams. You must see, you will start to believe in your excuses are valid and true. You're going to start believing in your excuses. You're going to start believing that it's too much of the weather. I can't go and do a table event. Create a table event on Facebook and have people go to your Facebook event page and then get them signed up. Create that. Say the indoor online table event for Avon. Let's do this. You got to be creative. Because if not, you're going to start believing in excuses. See, excuses are modified lies that people say to justify what they're not doing because they know they need to do what they must be doing, but they just don't want to go do it. Excuses are modified lies people say to justify what they are not doing because they know that they must be doing what they need to do, but they just don't want to go do it. Sad. See, you will never succeed if you don't do that. If you don't change those shoulds into muscles, you will never succeed. See, this is how you turn them. You got to be willing to learn as much as you can regarding prospecting, selling, recruiting, team building. Learn as much. Why do you think we put these products together? So you can learn as much as you can from us, from what we've learned. That's what we did. We learned from other people. We bought their training products so we can learn from them. So you got to be willing to order and pass out massive amount of brochures than you have in the past. Well, I don't have, I didn't make President's Club. Well, how many brochures were you giving out? Well, I didn't make Honor Society. Well, how many brochures were you giving out? How many people that you gave a brochure to and say, listen, I'll contact you in 2 days. Will you please tell me what you want from this book? How many are you doing? You got to be willing to give more. You got to be willing to attend as many training classes as you can. If you're in Texas and in January, when we do our leadership school, if you don't come, you need to go shoot yourself. Just grab grandpa's gun and go shoot yourself, because you need to be willing to attend every training, every class, everything you can to get better. See, most of all, you have to learn how to associate pain with the things that you should not do and pleasure with the things you should do. See, that's so powerful and so key. You have to learn how to associate pain with the things that you should not do and pleasure with the things that you should do. If you can just take that one thing, you will be successful. Next part of it, the power of action. And that's going to get over that. Go and get into that.
I think the most question that we've had, especially from doing that conference call with Avon, and also if you see Gary chatting in the chat, it's him chatting as me. So I don't think I'm talking and chatting at the same time. But I think the most question that we've gotten, because our conversion rate with Avon, meaning leads that Avon shares with us. So this doesn't even count the leads that we get outside of Avon. This is the leads that we get from Avon. We have a 60% conversion rate. So I think about a month ago, Avon asked us to share with them different tips that we do with the leads that we get. And if you want to see, a lot of those tips are actually on youravon.com under the sales leadership tab. I think it's called Success is Green. One of the videos is called Converting Leads, how to convert leads. And a lot of those tips that they're sharing with you are stuff that we advise them. We advise Avon is what works for us. So I think the biggest thing is being afraid to ask. And that's why we put this thing in. You see the slide, it's called the power of asking, because I think a lot of people are afraid to just even ask. If you're new to Avon, I know a lot of you are on the chat. You guys just started Avon. The biggest thing that you guys could do is not let your friends, family know that you just started Avon. Let them know that you started Avon, especially now with the holidays. You can say, do you guys know anybody that's looking to make extra money for the holidays? That's the easiest thing that you can say to ask everybody. And if they know someone, if they're interested, they're going to say, why didn't you ask me? Timing is right. I know, look at the timing of this point of your business right now. As us Avon reps, we know during the holidays is when we make the most money. During the holidays is when people usually get a second-time job. This is the perfect time to start asking again. If you already asked someone a couple months ago, ask them again. This is the perfect time to see if anybody needs extra money, or if they're your customer, tell them they can get a discount on their products. This is the perfect time. It's all about timing. Even if they say no, maybe after the new year, they'll say yes. So it's all about timing. And then you never know when a person is ready to join you, buy from you, and take their business to the next level. So you could have been with Avon. We have some representatives on our team who have been in Avon longer than us. You never know when the timing is right for them to finally take their business to the next level. So we share the leadership or increasing their money, their sales with our entire team, not just with the ones that we think are interested. We share with everyone on the team, because we never know when timing is right. Just by accident, they might sign someone up by mistake, just because maybe someone asked them to get them started into business. And then you never know, that might be the catalyst to take their business to the next level. Well, maybe they'll be your next Vondell McKenzie or your next Lisa Wilbur. So definitely keep letting your team know what's available to them. And you can't predict the future, so don't assume that someone is not going to do it. You never know. Never care about what the other person is going to think or say. That's why I say ask everyone if they know. Who do you know is interested in making extra money? Because that doesn't ask them directly, it asks them indirectly. So they won't actually take offense even if you ask them, and your customers won't take offense because you're asking them in a non-direct way. Just ask. Don't care what they think. Just ask. And know your job. You're a master prospector. Most of you guys who are on this call, you're on this call because you're probably in leadership, or you want to learn more about getting into leadership. So become a master prospector. And by practicing asking people that know you already, You won't be afraid of asking strangers when you're out and about. So do the legwork with those people who you know, so that when you're in the drive-thru or when you're at the teller, you can ask them without a problem. And what I just said, who do you know that wants to make extra money selling Avon products? That's easy, especially for now. Or you can say, who do you know that's looking to get a discount on their products? Either way, it doesn't matter because of the timing. Christmas, people don't want to usually spend full price. They want to get a discounted rate. So offer them both options. But if you don't let your customers know, you'll never know. So here's Gary.
All right, let's get into communication, consistency, and posture. These are so important. We're going to be on a little bit longer, so, hang in there, stay to the end. Like I said, if you have some other IPA going on, go for it. What that is, income producing activities. Go and do it, because obviously listening to us is not going to make you $1 million a year. It's not going to give you the right mindset, the right communication, the right posture. So just get off the webinar if you have something else that you need to do. But if you're strong enough, stay on here, because we got more powerful stuff to give you. We're going to get into, like I said, communication, consistency, and posture, which is so important. What's communication? Communication is this: 7% words, 38% tonality, 55% body language. People don't know that. They think the words are 55%. They don't understand. Words only 7%. I love you. I love you. I love you. Tonality, see the difference in the tonality. Now, what if I had some body language in that? Oh, I really love you, and start moving my arms around. See, you have to learn how to be proper, have the proper communication when you're communicating with somebody, because they can smell a phony a mile away. You have to be able to have some good communication skills. See, it provides a clear direction and a delivery of the message. That way the message is no confusing. It's not confusing. It provides clarity, which prevents misunderstanding that can lead to frustration and confusion. See, Lynette and I don't want our prospect to be confused about joining our business. So we make sure we provide a clear direction and a delivery of what we want them to do. We give them a call to action. I was working with a young lady yesterday, helping her with her website, and I was asking me about a team page, and I said, well, on a team page, this is what we do. What we usually do is we have a series of videos, and a lot of you guys ain't gonna see it. If you go to yourdestinystartshere.com, it's gonna be password protected. But if you go there and you're on our team and you get the password from us, you're gonna see like a series of videos of steps that you need to do for your first 30 days, your first 90, the things that you need to do. Give a clear direction. If you don't like to do videos, make text. Say, hey, thank you for joining. Welcome to our team, and this is what you got to give people a clear direction of what they need to do. Say, okay, your first 7 days, I want you to make a list during the first day. I want you to make a list of all the people that you want to deliver to. I want you to make a list of this. I want you to make a list of that. And then they go say, what we're going to do is have a plan of action of what we're going to do, how we're going to go out there and communicate with these people, how we're going to get this done. And then on the 8th day, you follow up with them. Say, hey, listen, did you follow the steps from the first 7 days? Okay, now from day 8 to day 30, this is what we're going to do. Because I want to get you off to a fast start in which you can start making some money right away. You got to give a clear direction. You got to give complete communication so that they won't be misled. How many times Lynette and I have had leaders that say this very thing? I don't understand what you're saying. They never taught me. How many people, not leaders, I'm talking about people that were on other leaders' team and say, they never taught me anything. They never showed me anything. They never told me what I had to do. That's a lot of times that things are happening. Think about your leader. If you have a terrible district manager and you were signed up by the district manager and they're not giving you clear direction, or you have a leader that went MIA after 2 weeks after they signed you up just to get a $25 bonus that they used to get in the past. Think about that. They didn't deliver a clear message. They didn't communicate effectively. So you got to be the leader that they're not to the team, as if you were that you signed yourself up. Think about how you would want to communicate to yourself. Think about how you communicate to others the same way that you want to be communicated to. So I hope that makes sense there. So now it helps you to better connect with people who want to hear your message. When you make a decision, because you communicated clearly, your message is accurate and genuine. I can't stress that. It provides a safe environment during conversations. See, let me tell you another thing. Consistency. Let's get into what consistency is all about. Consistency is to learn how to master the basics. See, people are constantly trying to reinvent the wheel. They shouldn't. It was made that way for a reason. Why do people keep trying to change things up? Well, I'm going to come in Avon and I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to do it that way. And I'm going to do it the other way. That's why we have one of our products, the cheapest products, $9.95. And right now with this discount, you get it for $7.46. How to brand your Avon business online. Why? Because we took what Avon did, which was so awesome. They created a better platform of their website so that you can effectively use online strategies to be able to market to your business. So guess what Lynette and I say? Master those basics that we show you and keep doing it over and over. Don't try to do something different. Don't try to go. Master the basics and keep going over and over, but try everything. To me, the basics are trying everything. Do everything. Don't try to create something different. Don't try to go out there and sell a different type of cologne and then try to say it's an Avon. You can't. See how ridiculous did that sound? Terrible. Master the basics. Understand that it's a numbers game. He or she who goes through the most numbers will receive the most yeses. The reason why Vondell had 530 signups, that campaign, is because she probably had 1,500 people that said no. Her team probably had 1,500 people. Think about all her team, that people on her team. If she has what? 3,000 people, 2,000 people, something like that. Imagine if all of them ask for somebody to join. Do you think all of those 3,000 people on our team say, would you like to join Avon? You think all of them are going to get a yes? No, a lot of them are going to get a no. But guess what? Some of them are going to say yes. You got to understand it's a numbers game. You got to be consistent. Be consistent. That is the most killer of most people's business. They don't believe in being consistent. Let me show you another powerful thing. See, a consistent person attracts more business because he or she never changes his or her procedures. They stay consistent. I follow a consistent person more so than I follow an inconsistent person. What's an inconsistent person? A person who joins a business, stays in it for a while, it doesn't work, they join another business with some candles and some jewelry, and then they stay in that for a while, then they join a vitamin business, and they stay in that for a while, and they join in this business, and they stay in that for a while, and it's not working, and they join this business, and then they bash in every business that they're in, that they went in and they quit. That's an inconsistent person. See, the reason why I tell people, be careful about joining all these different things and all these different I will never join 2 network marketing companies, ever. I will use marketing systems, affiliate stuff to get extra money here and there. If it can help me build my business, I will do that, but I will never get. Why? Because that looks inconsistent. Oh, you don't need to join me in Avon. If you don't really want to join Avon, how about you join in this company here? Because I know Avon don't sell vitamins, and you want to be in a company that sells vitamins. So okay, join that company. I'm in that too. No, that's to me. To me, you don't sound like you sound like a wimp. You sound like a weak person. I'm not following somebody that's all over the place. I want a consistent person. A consistent person creates loyalty amongst his or her customers, teammates, especially when high quality service is provided. It's provided. That's so powerful. Consistent person is the person that I want to follow. What about you? A consistent person creates stickability. What's stickability? The ability to stick around long enough until you make it happen. That's stickability. The ability to stick around long enough until you make it happen. That's stickability. Posture. What is posture? Let me tell you what it's not. I'm not talking about how you stand. I'm not talking about how you should stand. That's not posture. This is posture. Posture is your posture is how you feel about your business opportunity. How do you feel about your business opportunity? I want you to say that right now. How do you feel about Avon? Then I want you to imagine that 20 people around you that don't know you from Adam. Would you still say that same thing? You still feel that same way about your business opportunity? If you do, you have strong posture. See, a lot of times the reason why people don't communicate and prospect people is because they don't have strong posture. See, this is what I mean. See, most Avon reps have a weak posture, and this is why they stay career unit leaders, career unit leader pluses, career AULs, career EULs, and career senior executive unit leaders. And the reason why senior executive unit leaders is not there is because they didn't have national at the time I made this. But there are a lot of career ones. They're not going to try to move up. A lot of them just want to get the free trip that comes every year. They don't want to try to get the free money that's coming from Avon by teaching their team to duplicate what they've done so that they can make millions per year. I'm not talking about thousands per year. So that's why they have a weak posture. See, let me elaborate. It should be one way. You don't care if he or she joins your business. See, you got to have that posture. I don't care if you join my business or not. But now we both know that you want them to join, but you can't show them that. You can't show him or her that. Why? Because the second you show him or her that you need them, they're gonna feel like they have power over you, and they're not gonna join. See, Lynette and I say quickly. You saw us have a lot of massive online signups recently. Do you know how many people said, "Don't contact me, don't call me," to Lynette when she calls them, or to me when I send them an email or something? You know how many people say, "Please take me off your list"? You know what we did? Sure, this is not for you. Okay, I'm so sorry to bother you. You know what? This is not for you. Click. We can't show, of course we want them to join, but you can't show them that. The second you show them, you're done. You can't show them that. So you got to have a confidence that you have the answer, that if they're willing to listen to it, tell them you got to be confident that you have the answer if they're ready to listen to it. Remember, they need you. They need what you have, even though they don't know it. They need what you have. You have a $15 investment to give out a brochure with products inside that brochure, and all you have to do, they have to do is place the order for people that they give that brochure to, and they can make $1 million per year business. You think they don't need that? Especially the people that get up every day. I did a video recently. Conformity is your worst enemy. And I watch people as I drive, and I was serious about that. I watch people drive to work, almost crash into me to take my kids to school because they need to hurry and get to a boss to build somebody else's business. And guess what? You mean to tell me they don't need you? They need you more than ever. But they don't know they need you. What did Harriet Tubman say? I went back. Not only did she believe that she was going to be free, she went back and got some more people who believed they were going to be free. She knew they needed to be free, and a lot of them didn't realize they still were stuck in slavery. That's why they stayed. Look at the movie The Matrix. That cipher with the guy. He said, "Put me back in the Matrix. I don't want to be here anymore. But I want you to make me rich in the Matrix. Put me back into it." See, he don't realize he was a captive. He didn't understand that. He didn't realize in his mind he still wanted to be a slave. Understand, they need you. That's posture. You need me. But if you don't want me right now, no problem. I'm going to find some people who do want me. A lady came on Facebook on our group page, Motivation and Inspiration, the other day, and she posted about something going wrong with this one person. And Lynette and I, we wanted to say it professionally and stay comfortable, but basically we just responded by saying, you can't, if that one person is going to determine whether or not you're going to be successful, you're not going to be successful. Period. Point blank. If you're worried about that one person that's not placing an order on your team, it's because you only have one person on your team. If you had hundreds of people and thousands of people on your team, you wouldn't care about that one person who doesn't place the order. You wouldn't care about 10 people who don't place an order. Do you know how many people Vondell McKenzie and Lisa Wilbur have that don't place orders on their team? Do you know how many they have? Nope, because all you find out is the ones that did place the order, right? Get a lot of people. If you have a people problem, solve it by getting more people. See, the reason why you worry about that one person is because that's all you have on your team. One person. That's why you don't make it. Get that off your mind. They need you. Find the ones that need you. Work with the willing. That sounds so cool, Gary. Work with the willing. Whoa, I like that, Gary. Stop getting a wet massage and go out there and do what you got to do. So what if it sounds cool? Make it happen. That's sounding cooler. Make it happen. Work with the willing. Don't just say it. Don't just like how it sounds. Don't like how it rolls off the tongue. Work with the willing. Are you really doing that? See, they're not working with the willing, the ones that want to do it. I like that. We want the ones that are constantly saying, "Help me." Lynette always asks me. She asked me before. She said, "Gary, who should you contact?" Whenever, this is years ago, she asked me this. When you have a business, you have a team, who should be the ones you should be contacting? I said, the ones that contact you first. The ones that are calling you all the time. The ones that are saying, "Okay, what's my next move?" Those are the ones you're contacting. See, what happens is we sign these people up. They never contact us. at all. They say nothing to us, and we are constantly calling them, trying to convince them that they paid $15 or $10 so they should try to do something. That's too much convincing. I can't convince you to do this, convince you to do that. I want to find the one who going to say, listen, thank you for signing me up. I know you're my upline. I'm going to learn all I can from you. But if you quit, sayonara, I'm staying here for the long haul. I have stickability. I ain't going anywhere. Those are the people you want on your team. I want teammates on our team that if we quit, they don't give up. And you can rhyme that. If we quit, they don't give up. Rhyme that if you can. Those are the type of teammates you want on your team. That will keep you as an executive. That will keep you as a senior. That will keep you as a national. We want to be kept as nationals. So those are the teammates we want to deal with. Those are the ones that know that you have what they need. That's the ones you want. So my challenge to you as we close this webinar out, I challenge you right now, work on yourself, on your personal development each and every day. Wait a minute, Gary, you said each and every day? That's too much. Yes, it is too much. But being broke is too much more. That don't make sense, do it? Too much more. I'd rather work on it each and every day. See, you got to work on, like Mark Cuban said, billionaire Mark Cuban said, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, on the Shark Tank. He said it. You got to work every day as if there's someone out there working 24 hours a day to stop you from having what you want. You got to work twice as hard as that person, 3 times harder than that person. You have to understand that broke is not taking a day off. So why should you allow broke to come into your life? Stress is not taking a day off. Lack of belief is not taking a day off. Negativity is not taking a day off. Why are you allowing them to come into your life by taking a day off? Why are you not personally developing each and every day? Because you want negativity? You think negativity is taking a day off? You think people out there who are broke, who want, I call corporate America, they are zombies. They want to bite you and make you become just like them. They want you to go to work every day and be a corporate America zombie. That's what they want. They're not taking a day off. They're not taking one of my favorite shows I like. I know people say, what the heck's wrong with you, Gary? Walking Dead. It's a weird show. I like it. Those zombies are not taking a day off. Those are corporate America zombies ready to bite you. So you can be broke just like them. They're not taking a day off. So why should you work on yourself each and every day? Learn how to become a professional prospector, professional recruiter, professional team builder, and a professional inviter. Did I say an amateur? Did I say just be a prospector, recruiter, team builder, and inviter? No, a professional one. And the only way that you're going to be a professional one is by getting better. It's by increasing your skill set. Right now, if you have not taken advantage of our training products and you went out there and you bought yourself something that you didn't need, something's wrong with you. Because we're showing you how to become a professional this and a professional that. Because we follow people who are professionals. We're just giving you the knowledge that we've learned. So you need to click that button right down the bottom, that green button, and get training products. Get something. Get the 995 746 training product so you can become a professional person that knows how to have a professional online presence for your Avon business. That's our challenge to you. We want you to learn how to invest in and then reinvest in. And I should have added another reinvest in your business. So many people don't want to invest in, Gary, your training products cost too much. That means the price for you to succeed is too much then. If my training products are too much, then that means your willingness to become successful costs too much. That's my challenge to you. If you're not willing to invest and reinvest and then reinvest in your business, whether that's monetary or whether that's time or whether it is, guess what? Your price for success costs too much. Those people who are complaining about those certain things, those one person, those people, the reason why they're having those problems is because they're not willing to put the price for them to become a national senior executive unit leader, making $1 million a year is too darn high. So they're not willing to pay the price. That's why they stay career unit leaders. They stay career reps. They say career unit leader pluses, career EULs, career AULs, and now career seniors. It's because the price to become a national senior executive unit leader is too high. So they don't want to invest, and they don't want to reinvest in, and they don't want to reinvest in. So my challenge to you is remove those thoughts if you want to become a senior, if you want to become a national, if you want to make $1 million a year. You have to rewrite your brain. Period. Point blank. Have fun. This is a fun business. Have fun. Fun, fun, fun. If you don't have fun in this business, you need to get yourself an injection of some fun. And the way you get an injection of some fun is to hang around fun people. It's to be around people who are in the same business as you, who are fighting for financial freedom like you. Fight so that way you can live the life that others wish they had. So with that, I want to thank you all so much. We got like about 3 minutes. If you want to shoot a quick question, let me just turn the screen share off real quick. If you want to shoot a quick question to us, go right ahead. We got like 3 minutes, but understand that you have to start. You are the start of all this. It's the power of believing in you. And if this webinar, most likely we will be giving it, we will be sharing it for a couple of days, maybe up until Cyber Monday, before we decide what we're going to do with it. But make sure you share it with someone else. Someone said to me, it's going to be a certain time. I'm sick, so I can't really watch it. And my excuse is this. My thing is this. You can't get in front of your computer and just lay there with a pillow and a blanket. If you're sick, stay in. Just put the computer by your ear. That's all you have to do. Take a conference call. My challenge to you is do whatever it takes to get to where you have to, and stop letting I'm sick. Stop letting I only have one person. Stop letting why is they giving the leads to nationals? Why we don't get credit online? Stop letting that stuff bother you. Stop letting the price of how much something costs that's going to help you build your business. Stop letting the price of success be too daggone high. Stop it. Let's go out there and let's make some magic, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if Lynette want to say thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. And if you're on our team, just get ready because I'm going to post the next team webinar. And if you're not on our team, just stay on the lookout for Facebook, and we'll post the next time we have another call or a webinar. Not sure, but thank you guys for joining us tonight.
And have a blessed night, everybody. And go out there. And you know what? I got to show you one last thing. I forgot to show you this. I hope you guys didn't get off. Let me show you this one last thing. Give me one quick second. I want you to follow what I'm going to show you right now. I want you to follow this right now. I want you to see that. See that right there? Go to work and get this money. Go to work and get this money. Have a good night. Stay blessed, everybody.